from pinnacle of world football.
Here today, Spain rule Europe. There it is, Spain are world champions 2010. Chance for Torres. Records tumbling all around us with a team playing perfect football like we've never seen before.
To lowest of lows.
Spain, humbled, hammered, humiliated. The World Cup holders on the end of a hiding.
And now, redemption.
Spain, champions of Europe yet again. Once more, this zestful football nation has come to the party and danced the most beautiful dance.
In the world of football, few eras are as memorable as Spain's golden generation. From 2008 to 2012, Spain dominated the world like never before. This era changed the way people used to look at Spain, because before 2008, they were termed as underachievers. Because despite being the favorites in every tournament, they had only one title, which was the Euros, back in 1964. But after their defeat to Northern Ireland in 2006, the head coach Luis Aragonés decided to shake the squad by putting his trust in young players like Xavi, Iniesta, Xabi Alonso, David Villa, and many more, by leaving out the likes of their talisman Raul. And of course, it was pretty controversial decision, but ultimately it did pay off, as Spain clinched the Euro 2008 by defeating Germany by 1-0 in a thrilling final. This victory was of course more than a win. It was the birth of football dynasty. 2 years later in 2010, the world watched in awe as Spain became the world champion for the very first time in South Africa. With Del Bosque in charge, the team put on a show of their trademark tiki-taka style, which also included the unforgettable extra time goal of Andres Iniesta against Netherlands in the World Cup final. And their dominance continued at Euro 2012, where Spain's young golden generation were now become the legends of the game. They demolished and defeated the prime Italian team by 4-0 in the final of Euros. Spain made history by becoming the first team to win 3 back-to-back major tournaments. The blend of experienced veterans and emerging talents made Spain seemingly unbeatable during 2008 to 2012. During this time, Spain participated in 19 games and only lost once against Switzerland, which was the opening game of FIFA World Cup in 2010. And overall, they have won 15 games out of 19 while keeping 13 clean sheets. But as they say, every good thing comes to an end. In World Cup 2014, still under Del Bosque, Spain came into that tournament as the major favourites. I mean, who wouldn't have preferred to put their bet on a team having players like Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Xabi Alonso, David Villa, Fernando Torres, and many more. But a disastrous would be a perfect word to describe them, as they faced a shocking group stage exit. Due to aging stars and lack of fresh talent, the decline continued at Euro 2016, where Spain was eliminated by Italy in the round of 16, and that was it. That was the end of the Del Bosque and Spain's golden era. And after that, for this nation, nothing went right. They changed managers after managers, but nothing happened. 2018's World Cup also brought more heartbreak, as Spain lost to Russia on penalties in round of 16. And in that game, they made 1,000 passes for nothing. And that was the moment that Spanish Federation realized they needed someone new and bold, thus Luis Enrique was appointed. His tenure was sort of a 50-50. I mean, he did set a great culture and picked out many great young players, but sometimes in major tournaments, they just couldn't cross over the line. In Euro 2020, with that young squad, he reached semi-finals, which is still a pretty good achievement, but he lost in semi-finals against Italy on penalties. And then again in Qatar World Cup, that round of 16 exit against Morocco on penalties was shocking. And just after 2 days to the defeat, he was sacked. This led Spanish Federation to appoint Luis de la Fuente. Like, we do know him now, but back then when this news broke out, I bet many of us didn't know much about him. Basically, he was a former fullback at Athletic Bilbao and Sevilla, and his only senior coaching job had been a poor 11-game spell with Deportivo Alaves. But on the youth level, he too had a history of youth success. He won the Under-19 Euros in 2013, the Under-21 Euros in 2019, and brought silver at Tokyo Olympics. But still, when he was appointed, fans did not feel much optimism about him, and it seemed like a temporary solution. And right after his appointment, things couldn't have got any worse for him. His tenure began with the mixed results, including a 2-0 defeat to Scotland, and then he found himself in between some of the major off-field incidents. But still, he believed in his philosophy, and in the next game of Spain against Georgia, he saw what Luis de la Fuente was trying to cook. They won the game by 7-1, and that was the moment fans saw a new face of Spain, which was fresh, brave and hungry. De La Fuente's tactics are a bit of a blend of pragmatism but with a flair. In the group stage game against Croatia, for the first time since 2008, Spain had less possession than the opponent in a competitive game. Against Germany, it happened again. Moreover, 4 teams have had more possession at Euro 2024, but none of them have created more chances or scored more goals than Spain. Well, De La Fuente still valued possession, but he still unleashed the explosive talents like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, who proved to be nightmare for many teams on counter-attacks in these Euros. This dual threat on flanks gave Spain a new dimension, moving away from their steady positional game that they had in the past. And talking about these two sensational wingers, first of all, the 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. 17-year-old. Anyway, this 17-year-old kid have left world speechless by showcasing his talent, maturity and match awareness at such young age. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous to say, but if it was not for his age, he also could have won the player of the tournament. I mean, I'm not saying Rodri didn't deserve that, but such kind of talent at such young age, it was something else, dude. Also on the opposite flank, Nico Williams also had a sensational tournament who terrified many defenders with his speed. And also Spain have the likes of Dani Olmo combined with the experienced players like Rodri. Safe to say he is having a Ballon d'Or season because pretty much he has been the unsung hero of this team. And not just that, when Rodri got injured in the final, they have the likes of Zubimendi who can cover his position with an ease. Much to say, Luis de la Fuente has done an amazing job overall in this Euros. Spain have been the best and unbeatable team all while topping the group of death. And also in the knockout stages, they knocked out the likes of Germany, France, and ultimately in final they defeated England, the team of superstars. Unlike other teams who have relied on their individual stars, Spain's strength lies in their collective effort. And also De La Fuente's willingness to adapt and use his players to their strengths effectively led to series of impressive performances which led them to their first ever major trophy in last 11 years. And when this young Spanish team lifted this trophy, it all felt like a dawn of a new era, a resurgence of Spanish football. With the young talents leading the charge, this might just be the start of Spain's next golden generation, and the world better watch out for them because World Cup isn't that far away.